So they hate it when you use their own tricks against them. And Donald Trump has been a victim of the weaponization of the legal system. As the Biden administration, the left, the Democrats, have been pushing this election interference, like in New York City with Alvin Bragg and Juan Merchant, not to forget Letitia James, down in Atlanta, Fulton County with Fani Willis. But now we have this breaking news coming out of Florida, an unexpected ruling issued by Judge Eileen Cannon. And now, not surprisingly, everybody's all worked up because the legal system is actually working in Donald Trump's favor.
So, Glenn, we've got a breaking ruling that was just handed down by Judge Cannon in the Florida classified documents case.
Glenn, I want to start with you with our breaking news out of Florida. Judge Cannon saying, I'm going to agree with you, Donald Trump, and temporarily stay some important deadlines. Your thoughts?
And not really surprisingly, they're trying to portray this as some sort of backdoor MAGA campaign promotion.
You know, Katie, so much to dislike, both in form and in substance about this one. And I think what I want to start with is just two short lines from the motion that Donald Trump's lawyer filed yesterday. So we'll talk about just how quickly Judge Cannon acted when her action was going to be to the benefit of Donald Trump. Here's what they say in the opening paragraphs of yesterday's court filing. Quote, President Biden's exceedingly weak debate performance on June 27. Quote, President Biden's failing attempt to communicate with the voters, close quote. Katie, I was a federal prosecutor for 30 years. I've never seen language like that in a court filing from a defense attorney or a prosecutor. And any self-respecting judge would consider ordering it stricken from the motion and then issuing a show cause order, directing the attorney who authored it to show cause why they shouldn't be sanctioned for turning a court filing into a campaign ad.
But at the end of the day, if none of these charges had been filed, which were ridiculous, and Trump hadn't been indicted, then we wouldn't be here. Now, of course, y'all know I want to know what you think about this. So make sure you leave a comment. Now, let's talk about this show cause order, all right? A show cause order is a directive issued by a court requiring an individual or entity to appear before the court and explain or justify why a certain action should or should not be taken. This type of order is often used to prompt a party to respond to specific allegations or to demonstrate why they should not be held in contempt, sanctioned, or subjected to some other court action. Typically, a show cause order outlines the specific issues or allegations that need to be addressed and sets a date for a hearing where the party must present their case. Failure to comply with a show cause order can result in penalties or adverse rulings against the non-compliant party.
So, Glenn, we've got a breaking ruling that was just handed down by Judge Cannon in the Florida classified documents case. What just happened in that case?
So Donald Trump's co-defendant, one of them, Waltine Nauta, his so-called body man and box carrier, he filed the motion to have his case dismissed based on selective prosecution or vindictive prosecution. Those are very sort of closely associated legal motions, and Judge Cannon denied the motion to dismiss.
So that is Glenn Kirshner. He is an American attorney, legal analyst, and former federal prosecutor. He served as an assistant U.S. attorney for the District of Columbia, where he handled numerous high-profile cases involving homicide, public corruption, and other serious crimes. After retiring from the Department of Justice, Kirshner became a legal analyst for various media outlets, providing expert commentary on legal matters and high-profile cases. He is known for his insightful analysis and commentary on legal and political issues, often appearing on news programs and writing articles. Speaking of articles, I have one here from NBC News stating, Judge Eileen Cannon grants Trump's request to pause some deadlines in classified documents case amid immunity questions. The order marks the latest fallout from the Supreme Court's presidential immunity decision on Monday. Let's see here what we've got. So U.S. District Judge Eileen Cannon on Saturday granted former President Donald Trump's request for further briefing on the issue of presidential immunity in the Mar-a-Lago classified documents case and delayed certain deadlines. Cannon's order marks the latest fallout from the Supreme Court's presidential immunity decision on Monday, which ruled that Trump has immunity from prosecution for some conduct as as president in the federal election interference case. In the order, Cannon afforded special counsel Jack Smith the right, but not the obligation, to file a submission on the use of classified information at trial. At the same time, she paused 2 upcoming deadlines for Trump and his co-defendants.
And here's what I'm going to say, Brian. I read the 4-page ruling by Judge Cannon. It actually read as if somebody else had written it. It read like a legitimate, understandable, well-supported in the law legal ruling. And I have to tell you, I've read all of Judge Cannon's rulings, and we haven't really seen any that I would call a run-of-the-mill ruling. This one was. It was short, 4 pages, to the point. It cited the pertinent authority in just squarely and easily rejecting co-defendant Walt Nauda's claim of selective and vindictive prosecution. And, bravo for Judge Cannon, once doing something that's sort of a normal, rational, fair, impartial, and independent judge would do.
Smith's brief is now due on July 18th, and a reply from Trump's team is due on July 21st. Neither Trump's lawyers nor the Department of Justice immediately responded to a request for comment Saturday afternoon. There is no trial date in sight in the classified documents case. Trump has pleaded not guilty to all charges. The latest development comes after Trump's attorneys on Friday asked Cannon to pause court proceedings and consider how the Supreme Court's ruling affects the case. Trump's team in February had also filed a motion to dismiss the indictment on immunity grounds. So basically, we may not see this even go to trial before the election. What do you guys think about it all? Do you think what is happening to former President Donald Trump, do you think it is fair? Do you think it's unfair? And what do you think about the Glenn Kirshner guy? Does it seem like he has it out for Trump? Can't wait to read the comments, guys. I love y'all. See you later. Bye.